Thanks so much for staying with us. So, question, what's plump, yellow-orangish in color and is often said to be a vegetable? Well, here's another tip. It adds to the Jamaican Saturday pot. Only for this traditional flavors, a Manchester-born foodie moves it to the oven.
I want you to smell this and tell me what you think it is. No, this one.
Pimento?
No.
Or cinnamon?
No.
Got it wrong.
Bayrum.
What?
Yes.
Dorrit Nolan has lived in several countries across the world, but she has visited over 30. She's been a Jill of all trades, including a nutritionist by profession. Fast forward now to her post-retirement when she returned home to Jamaica in 2005 and settled down in Stony Hill, St. Andrew to be closest to nature and where she was born.
I grew up in the country and we have been...
Which country?
In Manchester, Craighead, Manchester. And we have been planting from I was tiny. We used to have our little yam field. We grow our own okra and, peas, corn from we were children. So wherever I live in the world, I always have a garden.
And she makes use of her space.
Right here, so I can just open my window and when I'm cooking, whatever I want.
So you're standing close to one of your favorite vegetables that you've been able to turn into production.
Yes.
Traditional Flavours crowns her the master of nutty sugar pies, as she turns a fruit we often call a vegetable into a top-shelf pastry. You see, scientists say anything that starts with a flower is botanically a fruit.
I grew a lot of pumpkin. I have maybe half an acre. I started planting vegetable. The pumpkin took over it. And I said, some big pumpkins. I said, what am I going to do with all this pumpkin? I tried selling them. I was not that successful selling them. So I started eating them raw. And then from doing raw, blend them up and make drink with it. And then I said, I can do something else with it. And I normally bake a lot of carrot cake. So I then started substituting the carrot for the pumpkin.
The kitchen is extremely busy with prepping before the big bake. On a typical morning, when you have orders, tell me how does it go?
Sometimes I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning. That's when I start working. So I can deliver by the end of the day or early the next morning. I have it ready so they can pick up. And so I do this maybe 3, 4, 5 times a week. Depends on the amount of orders that I have.
And what about maintaining this special taste?
Well, it is what it is. If you like pumpkin, you're gonna enjoy it. Go down to Coronation Market and go from vendor to vendor and test the pumpkin that they have. They're very accommodating. Once I tell them I'm gonna use it for baking, they will cut it. I said, is this what you want? This is what you want? And I said, okay, fine. So I have no problem with them, accommodating me. And you can't just look at the pumpkin and say, that pumpkin is... Sometimes I taste it to see what it tastes like, before I buy it.
So this is all your idea?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you're holding on to it?
Yes.
Next time, the nuts, the special sweetener, and much more. Lots more still to come right after this.